Can you teach us any more? Alright, so just come when I get somebody new. Alright, so let's go to the hero's tent. And let's level some people up. So maybe your thing will be better. And then we can do some... I don't even like you. I never have liked you. Barrage. Barrage. And I guess, can we promote you again? Yep, let's promote. How much renown do we have left? 13. Alright, let's keep it. Rest. Alright, let's leave. We don't have to be here for long, guys. Around to hear you yelling, a harsh voice reaches your ears, followed by laughter of several others. Your abrupt halts alerts Falco, who immediately signals Rain to fan out and draw weapons. Alright, let's investigate. Over the rise, a group of 10 haggard fighters and a few varls surround a half-dozen peasants and a broken wagon. Help us. Charge! Thank you. I'm Selpha. I know you don't want us around, but if you're headed towards Binna, we'll follow you fine. Fine. But your food is ours. Payment for saving you, you say. The woman nods her understanding. But to your surprise, the wagon is nearly empty. We'll keep our distance, but we'll be behind you. Great. Great. A couple of the Raven scouts take off to check the cluster of tents ahead. Refugees from Ozmar. They got a sizable camp and seem disciplined. They know we're here, the scout adds. No sense in trying to avoid them. You take the lead and approach the refugees. Sup? Hooded man with a spear greets you. My name's Box and this is Loaf. You're a bulwark of the Ravens. Is this your wife? You are confused as much by his question as by his fact that no one is with the man. What do you want, Bach? Direct. Then I'll be direct too. I'm leading this large group of trained fighters and tradesmen from Ozdar. We're looking for a new home. We've done what it takes to survive out here, but they're starting to lose faith in me. You want us to reinforce your control? No, I want you to take over. Lead us someplace where we can live. Loaf and I aren't meant to keeping others alive. What do I get in return? For one, we won't kill you. Bach smiles, but there's no humor in his eyes. We'll share the food we've collected and fight alongside you should there need be. He stops and confers with his fear is named Lorm. Spoiling who Lorm is. We'll even spread the word how great the Ravens are. We'll take you as far as Bindle. Bach kisses the metal of the spear and smiles. You have my thanks, and Loaf thanks you as well. It's a fucking sphere. Alright, got some more supplies. Got some more peeps. Bindle's just right there. What do you want? The unyielding snowfall is proving too much for the humans, who are now vainly attempting to follow your large footprints. In truth, the sky and your surroundings lack enough contrast to know where you're going, and it's cold. Trees over there, Volka manages to say, motioning with spears. The foliage blocks some of the wind, but does nothing for your visibility. With no options, you bury in the snow and cloak in your bear fur.
Darkness. Lightning. Someone pulling in the energy. Painful.
Verk! Wake up, you damn bear! We're being robbed! You roar and shake off the foot of snow covering you. The unclear dream still visiting in your mind. Bach uses his sphere alone to point east. Those clansmen you saved, they killed your guards and they're taking everything. Folka by your side in seconds, followed by Smear. You sprint along the snowy path of the stolen supplies straight into an ambush of bandits originally harassing the clansmen. Selfa turns and smirks. Alright, asshole. Kill them. Stealing from the ravens, you have a death wish. Yep, you do have a death wish. I remember this guy. Yeah, getting a shield maiden is not... Fuck off! Yeah, this is gonna work out real well for you. Yep, this is not gonna work out well for you. That's what I get for taking out bandits. Woo. Ready to die? Selfa students are right, and she whimpers in the snow. You not the fucker who dispatches the bandit archer with haste. This is what helping folks gets you, you roar. Grab all these supplies and bring them back to camp. You tell the ravens after hoisting a barrel on each shoulder. Alright. Let's take a look at our heroes. Who needs promoting? Let's promote you. Spearmen can be useful at times. Anybody else ready for promotion? The insult thing is not too bad. I should put more into will next time. And shield break. Do I not have enough renown? I'm out. Alright. I do have someone new. Alright. We're done. We will rest. And then we will leave. Because we only need to rest for one day. And Bindle's right there. We'll get some work. And we'll then probably discover that the dredge have taken over the region around us and we're fucked. Sure could use some more supplies in our cart, our Raven says, tightening his belt. Kind of miss having those other folks around. They might not have been worth a damn in a fight, but they knew how to track animals and spot berries just about anywhere. Alright, start hunting. You send a few ravens who laugh with him. Don't come back empty-handed, you added. Choice words are mumbled, but they follow orders. 4 hours they return, each holding nothing more than a small urn. Two have split one. Falco shakes her head. It's pathetic. Well, at least we got a few supplies.
The miners of Bindal are a rough crowd. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
The Wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't see a damn thing in this vest. Guess old Irings hasn't forgiven you yet at all. Shouldn't you be dead already? Spar grunts. Soon enough, I reckon, of course. These old bones won't be forming any mountain brambles and more like. He squints in the distance. There's bound to be more people from Orsdar trying to find a new home in Bindal. Crowded towns haven't been good for us. What's got you worried, old man? Bunch of ravens set loose upon a slew of scared men and women is like what? Spar says. Won't take much to have the guards after us, if they let us in at all. He has a point, but there's little to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others in such a confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and a deep and sleep in solitude. Yeah, things aren't probably gonna go well. Yeah, it's a refugee situation. Unfortunately. All these people are looking for food and a home. I'm looking for ale. Is that so much to ask for? Not really. I bet that scout tower already sent word of us being here. Probably. Snowstorm is worse than ever when you arrive. At the walls of the mining town, the gates are closed, but you beat a fist about them. Open the Flen gates! From the wall, two members look down for you, then recede. When the gates open enough for a half-dozen well-trained guards to greet you, one-eyed captain points, says, just you. Falco steps in life. She comes with me. The captain takes a moment to assess the situation and nods. Before following him through the gates, you bark commands to the other ravens to stay close and vigilant. Inside the small gatehouse are two members from the wall, a woman with a fancy spear and a cub of a man holding a staff. Valka Sphere. Is it the Raven Banner? So it seems. Why here? Why now? Oh, God's menders. Just passing through on our way to the Blue River, but this blasted storm caught us. Plan to come back this way afterwards for more work, but we need some food and a place to hole up. We've brought enough people with us. They need a new home. I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we're already beyond our capacity here. Are you Bolverk? Bolverk Bloodaxe? Hold your tongue, Nichols. Well, what do you want to know about me, boy? I've heard all your tales. I can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. Is it true your axe handles are made from your own horns? The old mender places a hand on the young man's shoulder. Well, I never knew I was traveling with such a legend. You ignore her. Are you in charge here? Where's the governor? The governor left for Arberang a while back with most of the fighters to settle a dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring people of Bindo west, as we've heard too many rumors of Dredge. More than rumors. They're in Bosgard, saw Belor. The immortal Sundur. How do you escape? Immortal was a joke. He's dead. Nico's eyes go wide in awe, but Seer looks pensive. What about the great rift that opened between Bosgard and Almsdar? We managed. Surfer looks like she wants to press you for more information. Enough! Open the gates for my ravens. Mercenaries will only panic people. With everyone from Almsdar, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding our hacks. Fine, we'll camp along the lead walls. Thank you. You'll have all the assistance with your shelter. Avolka and her assistant can give you. Funny, you won't let us in when we're on a job for one of your own. You snarl at Folka for saying too much. She shrugs in response. I'm not aware of another Volka being out this direction. Who tasks you? Juno. Sphere steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. Nichols, you and the guards see what you can do outside the walls for the people. I'll see to it to make sure the ravens are comfortable. The young mender nods respectfully to Zvir and grins at you, and Folka before leading the guards through the gate. I'm inviting you two to stay within our walls and enjoy a bit of warmth and comfort. No, I'm not separating from my boys. Suit yourself, but your mistrust is unnecessary. Maybe, but I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get an invitation. My superior... No, you misunderstood. You have no job. The Valka known as Juno is dead. What? What? How is she dead? The once energetic mender... Oh, wow, he looks old. The once energetic mender approaches looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. The mender grins, and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everybody would have stopped so long, especially with the ground rumbling like this. Not every... Do you know what's causing the ground to shake? Remember the giant serpent that appeared in Einarvolf? It's felt pretty similar. But why would it be here now? Do you think it's following us? Evan pales a little, then shrugs. Anything is possible. So that's what you should prepare for. He shifts nervously for a moment before meeting your eyes. Have you given any more thought to my offer? I think some mending could really benefit you. You consider his offer. Sure, it might really help someday. I think so too. You already know more than you think. I doubt it will take me long to teach you the basics, but we'll practice as we go. I'm placing some patterns on your bow. Trace them with your thumb at times. Practice, memorize them. Understanding will occur later. A scout runs up to you. There's a woman tied to a tree up ahead. Got 4 guards watching her. The strange news draws a good deal of attention to the caravan. The woman is ranting and spitting at the 4 guards when you arrive. What's going on here? This here's a witch, one guard says. Plaguing our clan, making everyone really sick. But we caught her and brought her out here, the others nods. She is to be tied here for 5 days without food and water, then cut loose. Been 3 days so far. But she'll die on her own after that long without anything to eat or drink, you said. That's not on us, but if you want to set her free, we'd be bigger fools than you to get in our way. You consider what to do. How do you know she's a witch? Raywin looks at the one who's grinning a toothless grin, scratches at the tree bark, and calls out one of the dead gods one by one. If that's not enough, she's been squeezing mistletoe berries into water throws. Think I heard that makes you sick. The other guards bob their heads in agreement. Sure, let's invite the crazy. The guards look shocked. We're not getting near her, and 4 of them run off in different directions. You cut the woman free, and she slumps to the ground, weak. A few others help you get her onto her feet, and gives her some more. She smiles at you once before falling asleep. Back. She ain't any my concern. She's a witch. Easy, boy. A clansman shouts as a Yox cart nearly topples to one side. The tramp path of the east way is stored. You glance back at Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan has come to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across the broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Osmer riverbed. We can head towards Gundar and on west. Trevir peers around Hakon's elbow before coming into full view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs. But there are also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme. What's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living, old ways, stick in the mud, and the cragsmen are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough backwater people at Swart's Bog. Trygvir frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivor's. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Trygvir hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we stop a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. Let's camp. We'll consider training for the clansmen later. Oh god, what the fuck do you want? The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead, twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Yersa quietly stands nearby. Glad to be heading home? Ludden turns to the 2 of you and offers a polite smile. Even after the chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far away from Arnberg. Life on the trio hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. Oh, fuck. You, Ivir, and Yersa are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. That's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen differences. I think I understand them a bit more. Oh yeah? What exactly do you understand? It seems they know just as little about things I do about things they know. For instance, they know almost nothing about the kingdom's economy, and I know very little about making the things they sell. I know the trade routes, but they know the trade. You've never seen a prince this animated, but his face falls. I just don't think the king will appreciate my knowledge. Yersa will agree. My father is not what you call open-minded. The king's a hard man. He has to be. But his son is his weakness. Can you tell me about King Mindolf? I suppose. There's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. I used to think the same about my father sometimes. This isn't about being his son, you'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating the commoners. What would you like? What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince, even you. You have a charming way of humbling me. Yrsa rolls her eyes. Just keep an open mind about your father, the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Ludden and Yrsa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? When did you become so full of sage advice? Since I started listening to you? Gods, don't start making that mistake. The two of you share a smile before moving on. Training? Alright, let's see what we can... Can you heal yourself? But what about the other fighters? Ever use a varl and an archer to trap somebody? You think about what he's saying. Alright, what we gotta do? Battering ram. Oh! Alright, interesting. Alright. Alright. Okay, gotta move up there. And battering ram him in that direction. That's interesting. I should really think about that. Alright, let's promote a few guys. We have so many people to promote. Maybe you'll suck less. Alright, I like your ability, so we're gonna promote you. Alright, how many? 18. Alright. Alright, let's go. Metal clanking is heard in the distance and grows louder. You see a ox cart surrounded by 4 varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against the pan. All sorts of things for sale. It's special deals you won't come across me. It's you, special deals. How do you know me? Word travels fast. Think you can slay a sun deer and keep it secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. My deer knows of you, sure enough. Why are you out here selling things? My deer sells things to those traveling. It's what she does. Used to be as generous as a Sally, my dear was. But that won't buy supplies. Okay, let's see what you got. Of course. Let's just get some supplies. I don't have anything else that's worth anything. Oh boy. Once you cross the Osmar riverbed, the wind ceases to cut out the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path into shucking mud. Slowing the caravan, the cloaks are pulled overhead, children and animals are wrangled near the carts. Oh boy.